G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur underexposed hippie here. How you doing? The only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. God, it don't like this light, does it? Where can we go? Oh, because the sun's behind me. What a pro, eh? Well, I'm a happier chappy today than I have been for a couple of days. Now this is going to be off topic. It's going to be off topic. Season hasn't started yet. I'll get back on the ball when the whistle goes. But you know what? I've seen many a football YouTuber talk about things like woke and political correctness. I've seen Tottenham YouTube channels use their Twitter accounts to talk about immigration. So I feel fully justified in saying my piece in this. And I did in my stream this morning. I lost subscribers, but I don't give a shit if I've only got one left. I'm not going to sacrifice my principles on this one. And I think it's a matter that's important to speak out about. Very important. And that's been what's been going on in the UK recently. With these white supremacist, Nazi, fascist racists going about the joint, kicking down the doors of brown-skinned people, setting fire to asylum seeker hotels, blocking fire exits, going on a rampage, man, going on a rampage, all fueled by years and years, probably since 2001, since 9/11, of anti-Islamic hysteria. Headline after headline in the Daily Mail, scaring people about, oh, the scary Muslims, oh, don't let them into the country, they want to take over. Of course, it's all bollocks, isn't it? Because it's just racism when it comes down to it. They don't give a shit if someone's Muslim or not. It's if they're brown. That's where they've got a problem. And so I've been watching some of the world fall apart for some people in the UK, and it's made me quite sad, disappointed and angry. And my heart goes out to those people. Before you say hippies virtue signalling, one, you recognise that being anti-racist and fascist is a virtue, and two, no, I live by these principles. What you're referring to when you talk about virtue signalling is like some people on, say, I don't know, let's take Sky Sports for example, that wear a little badge that say no room for racism or something like that in football. Meanwhile, their other channel is going on about the immigration crisis. That, my friends, is virtue signalling. So I was getting really worried about it. I think, is this the start? But you know what? I should have had more belief and hope in humanity. As I turn around this way to get more comfortable. Should have had more faith in humanity, because even though these bastards are very vocal and very violent and have the power, don't forget, they're very well funded by not just politicians but billionaires, businessmen, the landed gentry, the aristocracy. I mean, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but don't forget, in the UK, you do actually still have an aristocracy. It's bonkers. You know, that have the temerity to say to you, the working classes, that even though us, the rich people, have bought up all your bleeding houses and shipped all your jobs overseas, no, it's not us that's doing it. Look over there. It's little Abdullah and his wife and 3 kids that's come in from a boat from Sudan. He's the problem, it's not us. And I should have recognised and had more belief that working class people know when they're being bullshitted to. They know the truth. They know who's screwing them over. And it certainly isn't someone that has not had their processing as an asylum seeker done, so they're living in temporary accommodation. No, it's the same story as always, folks. It's the rich bastards. They're the ones that's screwing you. And so, look, when I woke up this morning and I did my usual search for Tottenham news, what came up but a beautiful anti-fascist protest in Walthamstow. Wonderful, wonderful to see. And this is what these rich people forget. They might be small in number, like 1%. They might have all the money and power, but there's more of us than them. There always was, and there always will be more of us. And there's only so far you can dick us around before we fight back. And they stood up. They stood up, these people in Walthamstow. They were advised by the police and politicians, stay at home, when the EDL come through. Stay at home, don't antagonise them, just let them walk through your town with their pogroms and hate. What do the people of Walthamstow do? Fuck that. We're going to get our streets back. You know, Walthamstow isn't a rich area. You know, there's a lot of issues there. But man, they stuck together really well, and it was a beautiful thing to see on YouTube. Just down the road from Tottenham's Hotspur Stadium. All those people, all different backgrounds, all different beliefs, standing as one, saying no, you can piss off out of our area, you're not welcome here. And just before I came out for my walk today, I had a little more of a search. Same thing happened in Harrow, which made me quite chuffed, because that was one of my old stomping grounds as well. It's where I went to school, not the posh one. It's just great to see that people are pulling together and standing up against this nonsense, because you can get sucked into it. It's very easy to get sucked into these stupid beliefs, these hateful ideologies, because there's so much of it in the media, man. There's so much of it in the media. Headlines, you know, you think about it, even here, you know, when a crime's committed, you can tell if it's a white guy, because they'll just say 38-year-old drove a bus into a brick wall or something like that. Say, oh well. But if it's a Muslim or a black person or someone from China, oh, the Chinese, but you know, it's just little things like that. Drip feeding, brainwashing your little brain into thinking that you, the white man, is superior to everyone else, and everyone else is the problem and you're not. But white people aren't the problem. Black people ain't the problem, it's a class problem. That's what it comes down to, folks. I watched this video about the anti-fascist protest in Harrow, and this is cool dude, man. I'd say he's in his late 40s, looks like a, you know, he's a right guy, shaved head, big arms, and he's a bricklayer, and he did his first anti-fascist protest in 1978. That's how much the working class give a shit about people like Nigel Farage and all these oiks, those scum, those vermin. The media have got to call these scum out. I'm fed up with hearing the term far right. When did Nazis start being called just far right? Like it's a palatable part of the political discourse. You know, the marketplace of ideas. All ideas are equivalent. No, they fucking ain't. Some ideas are actually very evil. And the likes of Nigel Farage, Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins, and all those Nazi racist scumbags should be in fucking prison. And I love what they say, oh, tell me one thing I'm saying I'm racist. Or I've had it on my chatting streams. Oh, they haven't said anything racist. I'm not debating. I'm not buying into that world of delusion. They're racist. I don't have to justify it. You know it. I know it. They can go and do one as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, a bit of a downer for the last couple of days. But it's great to see people of East London, North London, and all over other parts of the country stand up to these bloody coward wankers and tell them to fuck off, and you know, help people be a little bit safer, just going about their lives, man. That's all people want to do, just bobble about and exist. And I'm so grateful for those people standing up when they were told not to. It has really lifted me. It's great to see. So thank you to the people of Walthamstow, the people of Harrow, and anywhere else in England that stood up and be counted and deterred these bastards back into their caves for another little while, and then we can come out again, and then we can push them back in again, because they're always going to be here, but we know how to deal with them. Till next time, folks, but hopefully there's a bit more Tottenham stuff. Peace and love, man. Come on, you Spurs.